Hello and welcome to ET Garage, previously known as Eugene Tordo Garage, or Eugene Tordo YouTube channel. But anyway, I'm Eugene Tordo. I want to thank everybody who subscribed so far. If you haven't subscribed, go down there and hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff to help my channel grow. I am inching closer, slowly to the 1,000 subscriber mark, and that's what I need to get monetized. And I want to get monetized to help pay for all these projects I do. Most of it's on a C4, other ones are in the garage. Anyway, today's video will be about weather strip, a quick fix for weather strip. Now keep in mind, this will not work if your weather stripping, like on a C4 Corvette, is all deteriorated. If it is, the only way to fix it is to replace it. And you don't want to cheap out on the weather strip. Get the good American made kind. Get the from the Corvette Rubber Company, or one of your, or go to like Wilcox or one of those suppliers and pay for the good stuff. Don't get the cheap stuff. It's not, if you're used to working on cars, it probably will be difficult for you. So you might want to find someone to do it. If you're used to working on cars, it's actually not too bad. It's mostly cleaning up is what it is, and a little patience, and something that can be done easily in a day, more or less, depending how patient you are. But I'm not going to go into replacing the weather strip. That's not what this video is about. This is about a quick fix if you're having leaks and your weather strip's in fairly good condition, and you don't want to feel like taking the door panels apart to adjust the windows and stuff to seal it up better. And basically, you've probably seen this before. It's going to be using, in this case, I'm using a plastic vacuum line. In other cases, I've used rubber vacuum hose or whatever works. Usually you want something round, and it doesn't work on old weather strip. It has to be weather strip that has an area behind it that you could squeeze this behind. Anyway, I can't remember when I changed this weather strip. I'll look it up, and I'll leave a date up here when I did. Quite a couple of years back, that's for sure. Well, more than few years back. But anyway, you can see it's starting to deteriorate a little bit. Nothing bad, but it's definitely something I'll be replacing probably this winter again. And but for a quick fix, I'm going to show you an easy way to do that. And like I said, it's with this. This will work on any weather strip on any vehicle, as long as you have that groove that I'm going to show you here in a few minutes in the back of the weather strip, and how to do that. I am going to switch views now and try and get a close-up of the weather strip, so it'll be more helpful. So hang tight. Okay, I'm hoping you can see this. You can see where my weather strip is deteriorating here. Just starting to deteriorate a little bit. Nothing bad. And it's just in those corners here on each side. And a little bit up front here. Now, believe it or not, that's not where I had problems with a leak. I had a leak starting right along here. And that's only when I hit it with the garden hose while I'm washing. I wasn't too worried about it. But when I first installed this weather strip, I had a hard time getting this to seal against the window. And if you look, I don't know if you can see it, this ain't like smooth and straight. And it dips down here. It should be the same thickness all the way up, and it wasn't. So I had to build it out. And let me see, I'm going to have to get this camera in a better position here. And there we go. And if you look, what I did was I basically stuck, there it goes, it's sliding down, a bunch of hose and sections in the back of it to push it out. And I think in one section I used some clear hose. Let's see if I can get it in there. This is hard to do with the camera and this, but I'll get it. And anyway, you get the idea. You can push it out as long as you got a slot back here to push it out, you slide the hose in there and it stays. You don't need to glue it or anything, but it pushes it out up against the window. And the same here. Let's see if I can get a picture. Same here. I did the same thing. I cut a length of vacuum line. Like I said, it doesn't have to be vacuum line. It could be rubber vacuum hose or whatever you have that's round. And I just slide it up in there. And just that little bit difference, pushing it out, makes a difference. Now, some places you can't do that, like doing a long here. I don't know if I could do that or not because it sits in the groove. So doing along here would be a problem. That being said, I never had a problem with a leak along here. Like I said, it depends on the type of weather strip you have. So, depending on the type of weather strip you have and type of car you have, that's what will determine if you can do this type of quick fix. But that's all it takes. You just cut a piece of hose, shove it back there. Anything to force the rubber out against the windshield is what you're trying to do. Now, like I said, this is starting to deteriorate here. It's just in the corners. Now, I do treat this weather stripping too, also with silicone and so forth, but that only helps so much. And well, that's the quality of what you get. Now, a lot of people complain about the C4 Corvette weather strip and that they leak and stuff. And well, anytime you get a 30-year-old car that never had its weather strip replaced, unless that thing was garage kept its entire life away from UV light, because it's the UV light that really destroys the rubber, then it's going to deteriorate. But let me get on here with the video. Alrighty, I hope this little quick fix on weather strip is helpful. You've probably seen other videos on it. Keep in mind, this will work for any vehicle. As long as you can get something behind the weather strip to push it out against the surface to help it seal. That's, so keep in mind, if your weather strip is deteriorated too bad, you will have to replace that weather strip. There's no way around it. Now, a lot of people bash the C4 Corvette. In fact, Hot Rod Magazine has a good article on C4 Corvettes, on their reliability and their value and all that just recently. I think it came out this week. So I'll try and leave a link down in the description box to that article if you haven't seen it. So always check in my description box, by the way, because sometimes I add things that I forget in the video down there. So always check that, and always check the comment section. So anyway, getting back to this. The weather strip is deteriorated. You got a 30-year-old car. A lot of people, like I said, a lot of people bash the C4 Corvette. But you take a 30-year-old car with high mileage, compare it to a C4 Corvette. C4 Corvette probably held up better. When the body don't rust, they get all bashed up and beat up and look like hell, but they don't rust. I mean, there are corrosion spots on the C4 Corvette. One of them I go over in a video. I'll leave a link up here. I did this a while back. Yeah, you have to look for it. The frames are galvanized dip coated, so they're pretty resistant to corrosion. That doesn't mean they won't corrode. They'll corrode like around the battery, where if someone didn't do proper maintenance and let their battery leak all over the place or whatever, and other spots. The grounds need to be cleaned, and every now and then, just to correct issues, because they don't have a steel body, so the grounding points on the Corvettes are really important. I think that it really applies, as far as I know, any Corvette. I don't know how the newer ones are from C5 up, but definitely from C4, C3s, etc. Grounding spots are really important. But anyway, upcoming video. I am going to do a video on how to change your power steering fluid. I had a viewer leave a comment in my last video about, I did a video about AMSOIL fuel treatment, and I'll leave a link up there again. But anyway, I went over power steering fluid and stuff like that. I'll go into more detailed video on how I do it and why I actually do it twice. So subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell, and this way when that video comes up, which should be next Saturday, every Saturday morning I release a video, or try to, and I'll have that video up hopefully for you guys to watch. That'll be another quick simple thing to do on your C4. You don't have to be mechanically inclined, have a bunch of tools for it. Actually, the only thing you need is a hose and your power steering fluid. So check back next week for that. Anyway, another video I should be doing is on the trip monitor buttons and the information center. This one is out of a ZR1, a 90 ZR1. Mine's not a ZR1, but I'm very confident this will work. The only thing different should be it has more light bulbs in it. I'll go into that in that video. But anyway, the reason I'm changing it is I got this off of eBay, and the buttons and all this area here, it looks just like new. Hopefully you can see that. And my buttons are all faded and stuff. So that's the real reason I'm changing it. And of course the optic sensor will probably be in better shape too. You can just change the optic centers, the optic sensor there if you have to, but I'm not going to go into that. So like I said, check back, check my other videos. I want to thank everybody for watching. I hope all my videos are helpful. They're not just about the C4 Corvette. I do other projects in the shop. I haven't been doing many lately, but thanks for watching. Have a great day, and God bless.